Bakovic coming in quick, makes the incredible diving catch. My goodness, Bakovic.
Germani trying to get there, goes back, and did he make another one? Holy guacamole, what a catch there.
We are back here on the Roadrunner Review, the 30-minute magazine show that features MSU Denver sports and their highlights from the past month. I'm Sean Tafoya, and joining me is, wait, where's Celeste at? Juan, I guess you're up. That's right, Sean. All right, Juan, well, thanks for filling in Celeste's steed here. Why don't you show us what's on tap from the Roadrunner sports world?
All right, well, thank you, Sean. There's a lot of news from this past March, including some big news from the NCAA. The softball and baseball teams are in the final stretch of the season, and they're battling it out for that playoff spot in the RMAC. We're going to bring you some highlights as well, and we're going to bring you women's head coach Tracy Chao into the studio for an exclusive interview.
Wow, sounds like a great show. But before we get to some softball highlights, let's catch you up to date on some Roadrunners news. We'll start things off with some big news that directly impacts Roadrunners athletics. The NCAA has selected MSU Denver to host the national championships in softball and in volleyball, while also being selected to host cross-country regional championships. The Division II Softball World Series will be held at the Regency Athletic Complex in 2019, 2021, and 2022. The Roadrunners home softball field hosted the 2016 Spring Sports Festival for the national championships, and it was a huge success. The volleyball national championships will be held at the Auraria Event Center in 2019, while the cross-country regional championships will take place in the years of 2018 and 2020 at Washington Park near downtown Denver.
Yeah, Sean, what a huge honor it will be for the Roadrunners to host these events and to hand out national championship awards to the best athletes in all of Division II. You can visit roadrunnersathletics.com for more information on these events. Now let's bring you some academic news, as a few of our athletes were given some top awards. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference handed out its academic awards in both softball and baseball. In softball, junior catcher Serena Espinosa was named to the All-Academic First Team after sporting an impressive 365 grade point average in sports management. Espinosa leads the team in RBIs while hitting a .313 on the season. Kristen Peters, Hardy Huser, Carissa Terry, Ashley Kim, and Tess Haas all were named to the academic honor roll. In baseball, senior shortstop Jake Thurston was named to the first team and is killing it in sports management major while batting a .370 on the season. Jake Ekman, Marcus Bean, Nick McCaskey, Josh Moore, Hunter Donaldson, and Dane Rowley were named to the honor roll.
Wow, Juan. And a big congratulations to all the student athletes who are rocking it in the classroom.
I know, right?
So now, let's get to some softball highlights, as the Roadrunners came into the month all alone at the top of the conference standings, and they're looking to keep it that way against Black Hills State at home.
That's right, Sean, but conference foe Colorado Mesa nipping at their heels. Every RMAC game is so important, and maybe some home cooking will continue the Roadrunners' fight for their RMAC regular season championship.
First inning, Kalissa Bakovic steals second base and is now the program's all-time leader in that category. Next inning, Bakovic comes through with a leadoff triple that ends up at the right center field wall in the third inning. Annika Anderson rewards her by bringing her in for the 1-0 lead. But the Yellow Jackets answer right back. Maddie Londa takes Darby McGee deep for the solo home run to tie the game at 1 apiece. Anderson at the plate again with Bakovic in scoring position. The ball flies out to Mackenzie Strong, who misplays it, and Bakovic comes in to give the Roadrunners a 2-1 lead. MSU Denver goes up 3-1 heading into the final inning. Runners at second and third, Caitlin Odell going through the middle, but Cassie Smith makes a great stop, fires it to get out number 2. A run does come across to cut Metro's lead to 1. So with 2 outs, runners at second and third, Pamela Sacom grounds to Brooke Lovas, but instead of going to first, she tries to track down the runner at second. They eventually do get the runner at third, but a run comes in to tie the game at 3-3. Bottom of the 7th now, and she's done all season. Anderson comes through with the game-winning single to give the Red and Blue the 4-3 victory.
Game 2 of the series, and Anderson continues to destroy the RMAC pitching. She doubles in Bakovic in the first inning to get the scoring started. Anderson leads the RMAC in hitting with an impressive .451 average into the second, and it's Ashley Kim who bloops in Harley Huser to put MSU Denver up 2-0. How about more from the bottom of the lineup? Daisy Collins reaches the wall, which drives in Huser all the way from first base, and it's 5-0 good guys, or is it good gals? So while the offense was running on all cylinders, it was Haley Fields who kept the Black Hills offense in check. The senior gives up just 3 hits all game and earning her 13th win in the 8-0 one-row win.
With Bakovic just coming to the plate, she breaks the program's record for most games played, reaching 210 games, passing 2 greats in Molly Clark and Amber Roundtree. Onto the game, and it was the home team that jumped on the scoreboard first. Espinoza rips this pitch off the shortstop's glove, which drives in Fields for the 1-0 advantage. Anderson smashes this pitch over the left field wall for her 7th long ball of the season. I don't understand why pitchers just don't pitch around her. She's tearing the cover off the ball. Now check out this play. You can see Megan Sandsburn over there at second base. Brooke Lobos drops the bunt. Alex Wiley throws it over to first for the out, but heads up, here comes Sandsburn, who scores on the bunt from second base. That is just not fair. Then it's Hoosier who goes down the right field line, driving in 2 more runs, and it's all Roadrunners once again for the 7-0 blowout of the Yellow Jackets. All right, so that's softball teams in their final leg of the season, but we're just getting started here on the Roadrunner Review. Coming in next, we'll check in on the baseball team as they have aspirations of getting back to the RMAC tournament, but tough opponents stand in their way. Come on back to see what happens when a Roadrunner battles a mountain lion.
Turns on it, so the 3-run job there by Sean Kennedy.
Welcome back to the Roadrunner Review, and remember to check out shopmsudenver.com so you can rep the red and blue when you show up to games. You have t-shirts, polos to hats, even basketball jerseys. You can spread the word.
We also got some cool mugs for our Roadrunners
mug
fans.
Shots. So make sure that you go to shopmsudenver.com. Juan, time for some baseball action as the squad is battling for a top spot in the RMAC standings with only a few weeks to go.
That is right, Sean. Head coach Jared Otis and his boys are looking to make a return appearance in the RMAC tournament for the first time in 2 years, and they took on UC Colorado Springs, a team right above them in the conference standings. Sophomore Javi Vega on the mound, and he dealt with a little trouble in the first inning. This pitch ends up in the turf and past catcher Marcus Bean. That allows a run to come across to score. Jamie Crabtree finds an opening on the left side, and another run comes in to score, and it's quickly 2-0 Mountain Lions. Runners are first and second. The ball is belted, but right at Trent Maloney, who doubles up the runner at second base, and Vega gets out of the inning down only 2-0. Maloney does it on the defensive end, and he does it on the offensive end as well. He sends the ball into the gap, driving in Jake Thurston to cut the lead in half. Then it's Jake Eggman who finds a hole in the left side, bringing in Derek Stimson. Roadrunners now up 4-2. And Vega would take care of the rest, keeping UCCS off the scoreboard for the rest of the game and striking out 5 Mountain Lions. MSU Denver takes the win.
The following day, it was the home team who jumped on the board first, and it was Sean Kennedy who powered this pitch over the right field wall, lifting his team to a 3-0 advantage after the first inning. Stimson struck out 3 from the mound while giving up just 1 run in 4 innings of work, but a couple of walks from Stimson loads the bases, and true freshman Jerome Bohannon comes in with lots of work to do. The lefty first gets the strikeout, but the bases are still juiced with 2 outs left to go. Bohannon fires it in, line drive, but right at Donnie Ortiz, who goes to Thurston for the double play, and the Roadrunners get out of the jam. Thurston into left field with the single, but why are we showing you a single? Well, the senior shortstop makes it 20 straight games with a base hit. This man has been a pillar of consistency all season long for Coach Jared Otis, and Thurston will come home on the RBI single from Trent Maloney, who had 4 hits on the day. It's a 6-2 win for MSU Denver, taking 2 of 4 on the weekend. The Cougars from Colorado Christian came to the Mile High City with playoff aspirations in their mind, and they came to face off against Derek Stimson, who brought his A game to the park. The senior struck out 6 batters while giving up just 1 run in 7 great innings of work, and his offense has no problems backing him up as well. Marcus Bean, Nick McCaskey, and Trent Maloney all went deep off CCU pitching. In fact, the entire team had success as 10 different Roadrunners had base hits. And we can't not show you a highlight of Jake Thurston, That man can do no wrong from the shortstop position. MSU Denver would complete the sweep of the visiting Cougars with a 17-2 rout in the finale.
I feel completely confident, like you said. We got a good squad here. We're working hard. We're playing hard. We're doing everything that we need to do to get us those W's. Like today, we had a team win today. Everybody came out and showed up. After yesterday, we had close games. Just came out and everybody did their job. It was good. I felt good. I had my whole defense behind me. They made a bunch of good plays. The sticks came out and they strived today. So they picked me up big time when I was throwing a lot of balls, and it was good. It felt good to get back on the bump and dominate.
I thought we played great. Friday was a little rough for us. We came out, we kicked the ball around, but bounced back. Had a day off yesterday. It was a little weird with the snow, but bounced back. Had a great day today. Came out, took care of the ball, swung the bats really well. So it was a good weekend for us. Yeah, he hung me a 3-2 changeup after I fouled one off that I probably shouldn't have hit. So I got a little lucky there, and he just left it up, and I managed to get a barrel to it, and kind of went out. Don't really know how, but it did.
Well, that first at bat I had, he threw me that curveball, and I swung over it, struck me out. And then I saw it again, that first pitch of that next at bat, and it was hanging a little bit, and I just saw it and hit it. It felt great.
So with one more week left to go in the regular season, the baseball squad is sitting in the second spot and have clinched a bid in the RMAC tournament. But you can see Regis, Mines, Pueblo, and UCCS are all not that far behind, and with one series left to go against top-ranked Colorado Mesa, the Roadrunners need to keep winning to hold on to that second spot. Tune in to next month's show to see how they fare in the postseason. We're coming right back with the end of the tennis season, and it comes with a championship, or maybe two.
Some students come to Metropolitan State University of Denver to find their future. Others look to sharpen their current skills. In the case of David Thibodeau, it was both. Our faculty helped fuel his entrepreneurial spirit while encouraging him to pursue his personal passions. These two talents came together in Ska Brewing Company, which he co-founded in 1998 in Durango and is considered one of the top up-and-coming Colorado companies.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
So glad you're back with us here on the show. Now we'll get into some tennis, as our men's and women's team both had spectacular regular seasons. The men's team tied Colorado Mesa for a co-share of that RMAC regular season championship, while the women went unbeaten in conference play to earn that championship outright.
Yeah, the good news doesn't end there, Sean. Those championships meant that the RMAC tournament would be played right here on the Auraria campus at the Regency Athletic Complex. So home court advantage for our Roadrunners. But before we get to the highlights, the RMAC handed out its regular season awards and MSU Denver cleaned up.
They sure did, Juan. On the women's side, head coach Daniel Hangsteffer was named co-coach of the year, leading his squad to the undefeated season. Freshman Tabitha Porter was named the RMAC Player of the Year after sporting a perfect record in RMAC play. Valerie Valencia was named co-freshman of the year after also going unbeaten in conference play. Porter and Valencia were named to the All-RMAC first team. Courtney Wright, Ling Ying Zhao, and Ainsley Winterroad were named to the second team, while Wright and Emily Kerr were named to the first team All-Conference in doubles play.
Now for the men, and junior Josh Grates was named the RMAC's Player of the Year. The Australian native went 20-6 on the year and was untouchable in conference play, going undefeated in both singles and in doubles play. Alejandro Martinez Morilla was named Freshman of the Year, going 5-1 in singles play. Along with Grates and Martinez Morilla, Joey Sherney earned first team All-RMAC honors. The second team featured Keenan Kaltenbacher, Caleb Hayes, and Sam Stember, while Grates and Sherney were selected first team in doubles.
Let's get into the RMAC tournament, and we'll start with the ladies after a 5-0 sweep of CSU Pueblo. It was on to the finals against Colorado Mesa, the team that was picked to win the conference at the beginning of the season. The #2 doubles team of Porter and Valencia got MSU Denver on the board with an 8-3 win. but the Mavericks would take the other 2 doubles matches going into singles play up 2-1. Porter easily dispatched her number 2 singles opponent 6-0, 6-0. Then veteran Courtney Wright battles past Mesa's number 3 singles opponent 6-0, 6-2. And after Ling Ying Zhao won her number 5 singles match, it came down to Kerr and Winter Road to decide their final outcome. Only one of those Roadrunners needed to win their match to take the championship. It would end up being the freshman from Washington who defeated her opponent 6-3, 7-5 to give her squad the RMAC trophy. What a season for the women's squad.
Now for the men, and they also swept past their semifinal opponent in Colorado Christian. Next up was a team they co-shared the regular season title in Colorado Mesa. The Mavericks would go up 2-1 in singles play with only the number 1 doubles team of Greats and Sherney coming up with a victory. But the number 1, number 2, and number 3 singles team of MSU Denver came out firing and helping the squad to take the 4-2 lead. It all came down to the victory of the number 6 single match between junior Caleb Hayes and Mesa's Alain de la Bastide. The rest of the squad watched on as these 2 warriors fought to a deciding 3rd set. In the end, it would be Hayes who hung on for the 7-5, 4-6, 7-5 victory to earn the RMAC championship for the Roadrunners. So it was a big weekend, Sean, for both our tennis teams. I know you were there, as well as our fearless leader, Eric Lansing, who were shooting the highlights. And how was the feeling over there in the championships?
Oh man, it was great. I mean, just to have both the men's and the women's going at it in RMAC championship, and to not only bring home 1 championship to MSU Denver, but 2 on the same weekend. Wow, that is excellent. And a big congratulations to Coach Daniel Hangsteffer and his teams for playing great tennis and representing MSU Denver with such class at the conference tournament. So it's time for a break, but you'll want to stay close as we introduce you to Tracy Chao, the new women's head soccer coach here at MSU Denver. You don't want to miss that.
Brought to you by your #1 volume Nissan dealer, Tynan's Nissan. Come in today and choose from nearly 1,200 new Nissans. Get 0% for 72 months with no payments for 90 days. During the Bottom Line event, lease the new Altima for only $149 per month. Gives you both efficiency and performance. Looking for an SUV? Then choose the all-wheel drive Rogue at just $159 per month. Also available with optional 3rd row seats. Bottom Line savings at Tynan's Nissan in Aurora and Fort Collins.
Thanks for sticking with us here on the Roadrunner Review. We now welcome in brand new head coach to the women's soccer program at MSU Denver, Tracy Chao. Coach, we can't thank you enough for being with us here on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you come over from the College of Charleston, where you spent 5 years there as an assistant coach and an associate head coach as well. So when you saw that this MSU Denver gig was open, what was going through your mind? What led you to, I guess, apply for the job in the first place?
Yeah, a lot of things. Just sort of the success and tradition that the program's had. I was fortunate enough to coach out here in Colorado for 7 seasons. So I've been around the program and have known Coach Adrian and Coach Sanchez for a long time and seen the growth of the program that they've had. And so it was super attractive when I had the opportunity to say, wow, this could be a possibility. Obviously, the campus and where its location and the facilities could ask for a better facility. That's super impressed with what the university and the department have done to help out with the sports out there between men's and women's soccer, baseball, softball, and tennis. It's awesome. It's an awesome environment for the student athletes to have. So kind of looking at the whole scope of the program and what it had to offer, it just extremely appealed to me, and one thing led to the other, and here I am. So.
All right, so you played soccer 4 years at Wake Forest, and you made it to the national tournament all those 4 years.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to become a coach?
You sort of don't know what your future is going to hold when you go through college sometimes. I changed my major quite a few times. So when I got out of college, I just realized how much I love being a part of the sport at the youth level to start off with. And then a door opened and it got me into the college game, and I realized behind the scenes what they really did for me as a student athlete. It's a lot.
So, without giving away too much of your game plan here, in your short time here, just maybe you could give us a little insight about what kind of soccer game are you hoping to bring to MSU Denver? Are you more of a coach that focuses on the offensive aspect, the free-flowing, or maybe more on the defensive side of the ball?
For sure. You know, I've been really pleased with our spring. We finished our spring season last week, and I've been super pleased with where we started and where we're at now. But with that said, there's a lot of work to continue to be done. I'm looking at us going as the underdog all next year. You know, their coaches, you know, in terms of change and things like that, you don't know what to expect. And so I'm looking at us like we got to come in prepared. We got to be fit. For me, it's a mentality. I want mental toughness. Players that can make sure they can grind through the ups and downs of a season and be able to sustain that from August to December. Ultimately, that's our goal. So, you know, it's you know, we're hopefully going to play. I want us to play the game. I want us to score goals because we mean to score goals, and I want us to defend hard. I want us to be disciplined in our defense, have a tactical plan of how we're defending, and be good, disciplined, patient defenders.
So you've been working with the team for these past few months. Well, how has working with Dr. Grant and the rest of the athletic department been? For
sure. The department's been awesome. And when I was going through the process, that's the one thing I immediately knew is that they're all in it together. There's such a great support system between Dr. Grant and down to his staff with Aaron and Scott and Jim. And you've got Elaine Bex that just sort of sits in that front office and does everything that everybody needs her to do. She sort of is all in one. But, you know, the support staff has been awesome with John and marketing and Abby. I mean, Abby's been tremendous. So I couldn't have asked for people that I can go and ask questions at any time. And even the coaching staffs. I've had great conversations with so many of the coaches, and they're all on board, and they all are sharing the same vision and the mission to make MSU Denver an amazing place and competitive and successful for our student athletes.
So unfortunately, we do have to take a break, but come on back. We're going to have more Coach Chao, and we will also have some incredible plays that are going to make you wish you'd seen them live. We're coming right back here on the Roadrunner Review.
I pledge. I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
Here at MSU Denver.
To identify situations in which sexual assault may occur.
It's on us.
To get a friend home safely.
To stop sexual harassment.
To recognize that non-consensual sex is sexual assault.
I pledge.
I pledge.
To create an environment in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
It's on us.
All of us.
Here at MSU Denver. To never blame the victim.
To intervene in situations where consent has not or cannot be given.
Learn more and take a pledge at itsonus.org.
We're still here on the Roadrunner Review, and we're still hanging out with Tracy Chao, the new women's soccer head coach. But before we finish up with Coach, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Metro ST Sports. We have game highlights, game updates, schedules, and upcoming events, player profiles, and so much more. So click that follow tab on Metro ST Sports. Coach Chao, very active on Twitter, so you'll see her tweets, I'm sure, through our social media community. So, Coach, anytime athletes have to deal with change, you know, it's a big shock to the system. How have the girls on the team kind of, I guess, responded to the coaching change, and what have you, I guess, had to say to them?
For sure. Yeah, you kind of, there's an unknown when you have a big change like that. And certainly, you know, my second week here, I had individual meetings just to get to know each one of them. Ask them why they chose MSU Denver, what their individual goals were academically, athletically, things like that. So it was really good. For me, it's about connectivity and getting to know each of them. And so over the course of the next month and a half, it's been really good. We are in the midst of individual meetings right now, end of the spring. So, you know, more follow-up about the play and sort of things as we sort of part ways for the summer.
All right, Coach.
Yeah.
Still very early, but for the fans, the parents, the potential recruits out there maybe, what can they expect to see out of this team come fall of 2017?
Yeah, hopefully a lot of energy. Hopefully they see energy and a real passion to compete and be competitive and intensity. So again, the mental toughness part is huge. I want players that, you know, we're going to have great games and we're going to have in between games, we're going to have not so great games, but if our mental toughness and our intensity is there and our focus and energy, then at least it's going to make for a good competitive game. And hopefully, you know, they'll see some great goals. They'll see some great saves, some great tackles, some great headers in the ball, winning 50-50 balls and challenges. So hopefully they'll see a good, intense team.
All right, well, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
On getting the job, becoming the head coach
Thank you.
for this Roadrunner squad. We wish you the best of luck, and we're all excited to catch a few games come next fall.
Yeah,
awesome.
to cover
Thank
games
you.
as well. So.
Yeah, excited to have you guys out there.
Time for our top play segment, and they are brought to you by the Regency. Play number 5 comes from baseball. UCCS trying to sneak a single into center field, but Adam Tolley is there to pick it up. He jumps and throws the runner out. What a play by the man who usually plays third base.
More defense in play number 4. This time it's softball. And with a runner on third, the ball gets lifted into center field. The runner heads home, but not on Bakovic's watch. She beats the runner by a mile. In fact, the runner is so surprised she falls backwards. Message to the rest of the RMAC, don't run on Bakovic. Period.
I guess the Roadrunners defense was on point this past month, and Trent Maloney makes 2 great plays in the field. You wouldn't have guessed the junior missed half the season with a hand injury. Dude lays out for both of these plays and has the gun to get the runners out. He's only a junior, by the way. He's only going to get better.
Let's head to the RMAC Tennis Championship. Ainsley Winter Road battling a number 6 single with the rest of the team looking on. The freshman is not fazed by the big moment and takes care of business. She wins 6-3, 7-5 to clinch the RMAC tournament trophy for the women's team.
Which leads us to our top play, where the men's tennis team was watching Caleb Hayes in number 6 singles. The match was deadlocked at 4-4. The junior has to fight through 3 sets over 4 hours of playing, but Hayes captures the win and secures the RMAC tournament championship for the Roadrunners. Those were the top plays from this past month, and as always, they are brought to you by the Regency.
So that's going to do it for us for this episode of the Roadrunner Review. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at MSBN Sports, or follow the sports at roadrunnersathletics.com.
For our wonderful producer, Eric Lansing, Juan Arellano, and of course, head coach Tracy Chao, and the rest of the Roadrunner Review crew, I'm Tafoya, and we'll see you next month for more high-flying MSU Denver action.